Chervelli, and she is here with Operation Christmas Child, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What a neat thing you all are doing. If you wouldn't mind kind of explaining for people that might not be familiar with what you guys are doing, creating these boxes around Christmas time. Tell me a little bit about Operation Christmas Child.
Well, Operation Christmas Child is a huge Christmas project that's all over the world, and we collect gift-filled shoe boxes for needy children in extreme poverty situations, and we collect them in the United States and a couple other countries and send them out into over 100 countries in the world to children in extreme poverty situations, possibly in war-torn countries, hunger, AIDS, HIV, orphans, all over different places, but extreme poverty where they have very little.
So here in Central Oregon, the headquarters is located here in Bend.
Yes, yes, we collect at New Hope Church. They donate space to us every year, which is wonderful. And we have everybody that's been collecting or putting shoe boxes together over the last month, bring them to New Hope Church. We do it always every year the week before Thanksgiving, so that's where we're collecting here in Bend. And we're gathering all the shoe boxes and packing them into cartons and getting them ready to ship out.
Okay. Now they're shipping out next Monday, but I want to go through what are in these boxes, because we still have a few more days to make them if you haven't already. And they're kind of neat. I have a girl box, and Leela has the boy box. And if you could just explain what is put into these.
Okay, well, this is a wonderful box that somebody put together that has just small toys, clothing, toiletry items, soap, washcloth, toothbrush, toothpaste, hard candy, gum. There's little socks in here, and for girls we suggest hair, things and dolls, and this is probably for a younger child, this example that I have.
Right, I'm going to rotate this just so that
everyone there we go, that's better.
See it. Perfect. And there's a few things that we want to go over that actually can't go in the box.
We ask that people not put chocolate in, no liquids, no shampoo, no Purell, anything like that, because if it breaks, it's going to ruin everything in the box. And nothing that's war-related, no guns, war planes, or like Ninja Turtles with weapons, anything that's war-related.
Now, some of these items, seem so simple, but why are they so significant to these children that receive them?
Well, in many cases, this will be the only gift that this child ever receives. So they are delighted when they get them. I've seen video after video of the distributions, and it is just amazing the joy that these boxes bring to kids.
How many boxes have we collected so far here in Central Oregon?
Just about 2,000 so far. So we're hoping for a lot more over the weekend and Monday.
And so in comparison to last year, how
Last year we did just over 5,600. So we need about 4,000 more to be
last minute weekend box packing. Now the other neat thing is, as we mentioned, you can do the girl or the boy, but then there's also different age groups. You mentioned this is probably for a smaller child, but up to 14 years old.
Yes, and that is, we get the least amount of boxes for the older children, so we always encourage people to do those. They're harder to shop for, but we get the least amount of the older kids. We get tons of the 5 to 9 age range, so we try to say, well, maybe you should do an older child, because we don't get as many of those.
Right, and there are some pamphlets that will tell you what you can include.
Yes, it explains ideas of what to put in it. It says not what to put in it.
Sure.
And we do ask for a $7 donation to help with shipping if you can handle that, and that goes inside the box. And then the little label that you put on is on the back, and you just cut that out and tape it on top.
Now, another important part that you were mentioning to me earlier, because this one is kind of neat how they wrapped it, but it is important that they can still open it.
Yes, the lid needs to be able to come off. And they don't have to wrap it. We love it when they are wrapped because they just look so much more pretty. But it just has to be able to come off because they are inspected in Los Angeles before they leave the country for the liquids and the chocolate and the war things. Because some people don't know that, so we do have to take those items out, and they're donated to other places.
And this affects how many children you mentioned all around the world?
So far, 82 million since this year, but there are 3.4 billion children in extreme poverty, so we try to do a little bit more every year. And there will probably be about 8 million shoe boxes that go out this year, is the goal.
Wow, and us here in Central Oregon, we definitely want to contribute to such a maybe last-minute fun weekend project to do.
Well, it's a tangible way to touch the life of a child. It's fun to do with your kids, and it really does show a child out there that somebody's thinking about them and someone loves them. Definitely. And that's the goal.
All right, well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining us.
you very much for having me.